Have you ever swiped right on Tinder and felt a rush of excitement, wondering if you've just met your next great love or maybe stumbled into a perfect trap? What if I told you that beneath the glossy surface of flirty messages and attractive profiles lies a darker reality, one that could be playing with your emotions and even endangering your safety? If you haven't used these apps yet, good. You're better off staying well away from them. Here's why. Imagine a place where manipulation, deception, and exploitation aren't just possible. They're part of the game. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on the darker side of online dating apps like Tinder. You might think you know who's on the other end of that chat, but the truth could be far more sinister. Are these apps the modern playground for psychological manipulation? Are we all just pawns in a game controlled by algorithms and shady operators? More videos like this are on the way, so hit like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss out. We've all heard the success stories. Couples who met online and are now blissfully happy. But what about the stories that don't make the headlines? The ones that leave users manipulated, heartbroken, or even worse? Stick around as we dive deep into the murky waters of online dating. We'll uncover the psychological tricks at play and explore just how these platforms might be designed to keep us hooked at any cost. Let's start by understanding the basics. Tinder and similar apps use algorithms to determine who you see and who sees you. But what's really guiding these algorithms? Is it just about love, or is there something more profitable at play? You might be surprised to learn that the goal isn't necessarily to help you find love. Instead, it's to keep you swiping. The longer you use the app, the more you're exposed to advertisements or tempted by premium features. It's a business model that profits from your hope and, sometimes, your loneliness.
Apps like these can make you believe there is always someone else, someone better out there, someone who seems perfect beyond the person in front of you now. But this is often a mirage. As you meet each new match, you might soon discover they aren't perfect either. By presenting an endless array of seemingly better options, these platforms subtly discourage settling down. The barrage of choices manipulates your mindset, steering you away from committing to anyone long-term. But it gets more personal. Ever noticed how some profiles seem too good to be true? Well, they might be. Some reports suggest that certain apps use ghost profiles or bots designed to increase engagement. These can be indistinguishable from real accounts, tricking users into investing more time and emotion into the platform. Now, consider the personal information you share: your likes, dislikes, pictures, and conversations. These don't just help the app learn who to match you with. They also become valuable data, sold to advertisers or used to refine targeted marketing strategies that manipulate your behavior not only on the app, but across the internet. Speaking of manipulation, let's talk about the psychological impact. Dating apps can play on your insecurities. By controlling when you get matches, these apps can make you feel a rush of validation when you finally get a like after a dry spell. It's similar to the mechanics used in gambling, a psychological trick known as intermittent reinforcement, designed to keep you hooked. The design of these apps isn't just to keep you engaged, they aim to keep you single. The underlying interest of these programs is that you never find a good long-term relationship, thus keeping you swiping, desperate, and more likely to pay for premium features. They strategically dole out matches to perpetuate your search without success, ensuring the cycle of usage continues indefinitely.
What's worse, the anonymity and distance that these platforms provide can enable more sinister behaviors. Catfishing, where users pretend to be someone they're not, is rampant. But there are darker avenues still, like romance scams, which prey on vulnerable individuals, convincing them to hand over significant amounts of money. Moreover, the system is structured such that the top 10% of men receive the majority of matches. These individuals often seek short-term interactions, misleading others about their intentions to attract partners looking for lasting connections. Many women, hoping for a committed relationship, find themselves deceived. Conversely, average men with genuine intentions who might fare well in real-life interactions find themselves overwhelmingly rejected on these platforms. This skewed dynamic prevents many from finding meaningful relationships, leaving both men and women disillusioned. Think about it. How often have you felt like just another face in a sea of profiles? It's as if your uniqueness is being diluted, your individuality reduced to a few photos and a bio. In this digital dating arena, your self-worth can start to hinge on superficial validation rather than real emotional connections. It's a psychological game where you're left chasing shadows, not substance. And who benefits? The very architects of these digital mazes, thriving on your continual search for a connection that the system is designed never to fulfill. And let's not overlook the impact on mental health. Studies have shown that prolonged use of dating apps correlates with increased rates of anxiety and depression. The constant rejection, the pressure to present a perfect profile, it can take a toll. And let's not ignore the darker, more disturbing side of these platforms, the way they can warp your sense of reality. The digital world promises limitless possibilities, seducing you with the idea that perfection is just a swipe away. But what happens to our society when commitment becomes a fleeting concept and the idea of working through relationship challenges becomes obsolete? We are witnessing the rise of a disposable culture in dating, where people are treated like commodities, easily replaced in the pursuit of an unattainable ideal.
So, what can you do if you choose to continue using these platforms? First, be aware of the potential pitfalls. Protect your personal information. Question the too good to be true profiles, and don't be afraid to report suspicious behavior. Consider your own mental health. Set boundaries on how much time you spend on the app. Remember, it's just one method of meeting people, not the only way to find a romantic connection. Lastly, don't let the pursuit of a match cloud your judgment. Keep your expectations realistic, and remember that genuine connections are based on more than just a profile picture or a witty chat. So, next time you swipe right, ask yourself, am I just playing into the hands of a system designed to exploit me? Are these fleeting moments of excitement worth the potential risks? But maybe it's better not to use it at all. The world of online dating is complex and, yes, sometimes dark. But by understanding these hidden aspects, you're better equipped to navigate it safely and healthily. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this content. Remember, in the digital age, the most important connection you can have is with yourself.